In this video, I'm going to show you a dormer roof, how to make a dormer roof. Okay, if you look here, this is a dormer roof, this is a dormer roof, and this is a dormer roof. So they made it from this whole design, and I'm going to show you how they did something like that. All right, so let's minimize this and go to Revit. So while in Revit, I'll select wall. Oh, my system is hanging. Select wall, okay, and then click on rectangle, then drag it from here to here. Escape a couple of times, and when I'm done with that, so the next thing is to roof it. So I'll go over to roof, select roof with footprint. It will ask me, remember we are in level 1 actually, so it's going to ask me whether I want to continue in level 1 or should I go to level 2. So I'll go ahead to level 2, just click yes. Okay, then I'm going to select pick line or pick wall, anyone, then give it an offset of 600, tap enter. All right, so when I hover over this, it gets 600 this way, and this way. All right, click finish. So to ask for this, just go ahead and click yes, and the thing is in level, the thing has been done. So let's go to 3D to see the roof. You can see how the roof is. But I want to increase the slope of this roof, so I'm going to increase it a bit, say 45 degrees. Okay, click apply. Let's view it again. Hold shift and right click, and you'll be able to rotate. You can see how the roof is. Right now, while still, let's go over to level 2. So we'll have it this way. So what I want us to do is, if we leave it this way, we won't be able to see the wall under. So to be able to see it in this view, so check this, click on the visibility tab and click select wireframe. So we'll be able to see that wall. You can see it. That's the wall. So we're going to draw another thing here. Okay, so we are in level 2 right now. You can see level 2. That's why we are seeing this roof here. We drew it in level 1. We are seeing it like this. So go over to level 2. You can see it here. Now what we are going to pick wall again. Okay, select rectangle. I'm going to make something from this wall, just of this nature. Right, once we have done, we click escape to escape a couple of times, then click on 3D view. You can see how it is. So remember, hold shift and control to rotate. I mean shift and right click. You can see how it is. Now I want us to set level for this so that it doesn't look too lousy. All right, so how do we do that? We go over to, we can go to ground floor or directly go here, click south view. It shows us the south view. Look at the south view. Now I want to create a new level, right click, create similar. All right, I want it to be at 3000. Click enter, select pick line. Okay, or I should extend it further. Maybe I should make it, because look, I want it to be somewhere this high, so let's make it 5000. Okay, let me see where it is. This is okay. I'm going to select it here, leave it as level 3. Okay, escape a couple of times. So now once we have done that, we are going to now create a roof for this. We'll get this. Okay, so how do we do that? Go to 3D view. So those, I want to select this whole wall and resist them to be at this level 3 that we created. So we're going to select this, or before we do that, just hover over this, hover over the wall, one of the walls, and then click on tab. It will select the whole walls at the same time. Just click on it, so everything will be selected. What did I do? let me do it again so you can see. I hovered over this wall or any of them at all. Then I tapped tab key on my keyboard. It selected all the walls that are connected in chain. So I now just clicked with my mouse and everything got selected. So with this, I'm going to go to top constraint and then select level 3 and apply. So this is where it is now. Okay, this is where the wall is now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to roof that particular wall. So let me go to my level 2 so that I'll be able to see it easily. Or you can, if you go to level 3, you might not be able to see it, or you can increase the view range to do that. You know how I thought of, but let's go to level 2 so that we easily see it. I'm going to, while in level 2, so I'm going to roof this. Okay, so how do I do that? Go over to my architecture tab and select the same roof we had, right? Select the same roof and then using peak roof, leave it at 600. I'm going to select this, and then there's no need selecting this at offset. So I'm going to click on pick line or draw line and join this to this. Right, there's one step I'm missing, but no problem, we're going to address it later. So what I'm going to do right now is to select these two here. Okay, this one and this one. So I drag to select them. I want to remove slope so that it will bevel on both sides like it was here, to slope this way and this way. I don't want it to slope this way. Okay, so we now have it like this. I'll click finish. Right, once I do that, I want to click on this and delete it. I don't need it actually. Okay, Control S to save. Okay, I haven't saved it, so I'm going to give it a name, say Doma Roof. Don't forget to save always. Roof. Right, click save. All right, saving. So once I'm done saving it, so let's look at it in 3D view. You can see where it is. Don't worry, we're just going to select this whole roof. Okay, and move it to level 3. Click apply. So it comes on top. Now the next thing we want to do is to extend this to join with this. So how do we do that? So I'm going to select this wall, hover over this wall. Okay, click on tab like I did before. It selects all the walls. All right, I'll click again to select it. Then you're looking at attach to top and base. Click on that. Once I click on that, I select this wall. This is the one I want to, this is the top I want to attach it to. So once I click on it, it attaches it to it. So let's look at it. Hold shift and right click. You can see how it is. It attaches to it. Okay, it attaches to it. So the next thing we want to do is to make this thing, is to make it look nice. Like you can see, it's not looking nice here. So we want to make it look attached to the roof. So how do we do that? So click on modify key. You can see this here. Click on it. Okay, then click on this line and click on where you want to join it. It gets joined. So how did I do that? I went to modify, clicked on this, click on the line I wanted to join, and click on the face I want to join it. It gets joined. So if we look at it from the bottom, look, let's see how it's going to be. I rotate this way and go to the bottom. You can see how it looks. So the next thing we are going to do is to make an opening, because when you look at it from the bottom, there is no opening to show that this is an opening. Let me show you. It's just flat down there. You can see the thing is blocked. Let me show you in realistic view. You can see it's blocked. So I want us to be able to create that opening completely here. So how do we do that? Let's go back. I'm rotating it back to where we were. And then what we want to do is to cut that opening for this thing to exist. So I'm going to go to architecture tab. Right, there is this thing called Doma here. Okay, While in architecture tab, click on the dormer. Okay, to ask you to click on the wall you want to cut, which is this. I'll click on this. Okay, pick edge. I'm going to do this, and then pick the inner edge. So I'm going to hover over, just hover to click tab. While hovering over, click tab key around here. I want to pick the inner segment of this roof. All right, so select it this way. Okay, you can see I've selected it. Then I'll convert this to hidden line so that I'll be able to see the inner wireframe. Sorry, convert it to wireframe so I can see the inner segment of the walls, the vertical walls. So I'll click on this, rotate a little bit. I can now see the inner segment of this one. You can see this and this, but there is one thing missing and we need to adjust it. I missed this one. If you look at this wall, you can see that it's not reaching towards this fence. It's not reaching the roof, and the same thing applies to this wall. So before we even do this cutting that we want to do, let's extend it. All right, so sorry, it's getting to this. So I'll cancel this, click yes. So go back to our level 2. Let's extend this wall a bit. This one, I'm going to extend it a little bit. Just extend it, don't worry, extend it a little bit this way. Okay, don't worry. We can also just extend it that way. Once we are done extending it, we can now go over and do what we wanted to do, which is leave this in 3D view as we had it before. Okay, now while in 3D view, we are going to click on the dormer. In architecture tab, click on the dormer. All right, now click on the wall we want, the roof we want to cut, which is this. Okay, click on this pick roof edge and this, and then locate where we want to cut it. Remember, I'll select this and use tab key so I can be able to select that line. So while on, just close that tab, just click tab key to select that line. Once I click tab key, I selected, and that was why I got that. Then change this to rotate this a little bit so I can be able to see the inner lines of these walls. Okay, because it's quite hard finding the inner lines from here. And I'm going to go to this visibility display and click on wireframe. So rotate it in such a way that I can see the inner segments of this line. So I'll pick this one, right, and I'll pick this one, and I'll pick this one. Okay, you can see it. So what we'll do now is to use trim and trim this to this, this to this. All right, go ahead here, trim this to this, trim this and this. So after 3 minutes, okay, I'll click finish. When we look at it in realistic view again, so I'll turn to the bottom, hold shift and right click, look at it under, you can see it has cut that space. Okay, now the next thing, if this wall that is protruding, we're going to eliminate the wall. Okay, how do we do that? So I'll go over to our 3D view, hover over this line wall, this particular one. Okay, click on tab key again to select all the connecting walls. Let me do it again. Click on tab key to select all the connecting walls, and I'm going to click on it, select everything. Okay, so I think I should turn this to hidden line so you'll be able to see it. Select everything. Okay, now since you select everything here, now what I want to do is to attach the bottom of this wall to this roof, just like we did attach the top of this wall to this roof. So how do I do it? You can see that same attach, so click on it. Okay, now here it says attach wall to top, attach to base. So I'll select base this time and select this one, and it will be attached to the base, and that is the base. So when we look at it in 3D, so hold shift and right click, you can see how it is right now. Okay, you can see how it is now. So this is what they applied here. If you look at this in, we just did, compare it to what they have here. That's how they did this. That's how they did this. That's how they did this. All right. Okay. So once you are done with that, the only thing we need to add here is our window or our door that should be here. So I'll just pick one big window or create one window and add it here. So let's do that. Let's start. Okay, I'm going to pick a window, maybe leave it at level 2. Is that correct? Yes, that's the place I'm placing the window. Excuse me. So go to window. Going to select one of the biggest windows. This is okay. These ones are not that big, but let me select this one. Click edit type. Let me call it duplicate and maybe give it a name. Say dormer window. Just give it dormer. Okay. I want to change the width. I want to increase the width to somewhere. Is that the width? This is default say height. Now width, I want to make it say 1.2. Would that make a difference? I think that will. Click OK. So let's place it here. I think that is quite small, but let me just edit again. Let's make this 1.5. Right, click apply, click OK. Yes. Okay. Don't mind this. I'm going to go to 3D view and we can see, oh, the sea level is quite low. Don't worry. So I'll select this and then seal height, I'm going to increase it to 1005. Okay, so that's, if you look at what they did here, they added a window. I could increase it further. Okay, this is a little bit short, so let me make it 2000. Okay, so that's how they did this, and that's the same thing they did for the other rooms. That's how they did, and that's the same thing they did for the other rooms. Thank you.